Welcome back to OG Fantasy Football. I am your host, Brian Dunkleman, and with me, as always, my co-host, he's my childhood buddy and the founder of our 33-year-old touchdown-only distance scoring league. It's John Burrell Jr. What's up, Turbo?
What's happening, Dunk? Hey, it's amazing that we have been in this league for 33 years, but we're only 40.
I know. Isn't that amazing? We started early, second grade. We were like, we got to get in. This is going to be big. Let's get in there. We are heading into week 8. Where does the time go? It goes where it's supposed to. This is how life works. We are coming off the bye week for our beloved Buffalo Bills and pretty much the first substantial bye week for my fantasy team. John, are you happy with how you survived the bye week?
I am. I left a lot of points on the bench. We'll get into my team
Oh,
later.
I can't wait. Your bench was strong.
Let's just talk about the bye week for a minute because we had a major shift at the top of the big league, Chew, because 1 and 2 banking on the Bills didn't score too many points this week, and Lump is up there in first place now. And now this week we've got KC on the bye, so some other teams are going to take some hits.
That's right. It was the teams were decimated by the Buffalo Bills being on the bye. Lump, of course, is the Southpaws. Our buddy Steve Kears skyrockets into first place, mostly because my brother, the Omaha Steaks, and our buddy Coleman with the Prodigal Comes Home totally shit the bed. This is what we needed. This is what we've been waiting for. They've had hot
14
starts.
and 12.
Oh, brutal points. And let's not forget, throwing bombs and banging moms with his second teen week. It's teen week. It's double back-to-back teen week for my nephew. Oh, that's got to hurt. Let's take a look at the standings. Southpaws, as we said, skyrocketed to the first and got a little bit of a lead. Now they are 32 points ahead of the Omaha Steaks. Right behind him, the Prodigal, John, the Taysom bitches, still holding strong. I am only 52 points out of first place. But more importantly, dude, I am not far out of second, and that's really where you want to be because people are going to take little bits of leads, and then they're going to, they're going to be whittled away. But the Deadhead's looking good too after having the high point week. Congratulations to Stanley Ullman of the Deadheads. Last week was his first $50 win. I do believe his second one in 12 years or maybe 20 years. I think he said, how long has he been in this league? Back to back, Stanley, use that $100, buy yourself something pretty. And the Meltdowns had a great week. Unfortunately, they are still down in the basement. John, let's take a look at my team. Boy, you know what, John? On Thursday night, for the first time this season, I was genuinely pissed off. Now, it's a whole new donkey. I used to get very upset at fantasy football. It would quite literally ruin my entire week. I'm fine now. That hole's all closed up, John. But Thursday, I got a little pissed. I had 3 players. When you have 3 players playing in a game and it's a Thursday night game, you're expecting big things, especially when your quarterback has his bye week. There's finally points scored on a Thursday night game, John.
And you got none of them.
I got 6. I got 6. And you know what? I'm grateful for those 6 because I could have been blanked. This is the nature of fantasy football, John. This is the nature of, especially in a touchdown only league like ours. Hey, a couple weeks ago, Taysom Hill had 66 alone. This week, I start 3 players on Thursday night. I get a measly 6 points. But you know what, John? Sometimes you eat the bar.
Sometimes the bar will eat you.
That's some kind of Eastern thing?
And that's the way it is. But I picked up in that game. Let's go through Thursday night, by the way. I mean, Kamara, 0 points for the whole season. And I've been optimistic, and I continue to be optimistic. But for a couple days, that Thursday night taste does not go away until Sunday. And when you have your quarterback on a bye and you only come up with 6 when you have 3 of your main players, it's not a good couple days. But alas, Jamar, back-to-back 21-point weeks. And you know what, John? He had that 9-pointer. Do you know what I thought to myself? I thought to myself, he's on his way to 21, which is what I said last week. And boom, another 21. Man, back-to-back 21 points from a wide receiver is phenomenal. Now, quarterback was a real challenge for me as Jalen Hurts was on a bye. I originally had Carson Wentz and was not happy that I had Carson Wentz slotted to start. Broken finger. grab some Pine, grab some IR Pine. Then I picked up Tannehill. Was not comfortable starting Dalton Hilliard and Tannehill because I have no other running backs, John. I'm looking at D3 college players to stick in there at this point. I did not want to put 2 Tennessee Titans in, and so I went with Marcus Mariota. Who threw the ball, John? Do you know how many times Marcus Mariota threw the ball in that game? 13. 13 times. And one of them just happened to be a bomb before halftime. So I will take that 12-pointer and I will escape my quarterback's bye week. Bill Maher, another bad week, 6 points. Not a big deal. Taysom Hill, like I said, with a very disappointing receiving touchdown. What are you doing? Taysom, you're not supposed to catch the ball. You're a tight end. You're supposed to throw or run for touchdowns. 45 points, John. I am not upset at that. I'll take it after 6 on Thursday with 3 players.
We'll get to the scoring, but just, you're always talking, you've taught me this a couple of years ago, that 100-point threshold that you want to get from 2 or 3 of your RB wide receiver players. Well, Taysom bitch got 102 already.
Oh boy. And you know what? Let's not forget, I did not get that first 18-pointer, but I got all the other points. And this is the rationale I use, John. My number 1 pick is a bust. How am I sitting 50 points out of first and 4th place? That's very encouraging to me. Look, Kamara, maybe he'll score. Maybe he won't. Maybe he'll go to jail. I don't even care anymore. Again, I'd like to point out I'm carrying a handcuff to a running back who has 0 points. It's just a disaster. Chupacabra Hubbard, picked him up. Didn't have the guts to start him. 9-pointer. Of course, he hurt his ankle.
Now he's hurt.
The rationale for me is like, look, you want Kamara to have 100 or plus at your first-round pick. So your flex, which is Hill, I would have never even looked at Hill if it weren't for having Kamara. So I rationalized with that. Between the two of them, I got 90-some points. By my rationale, if those two combined for 150, 160 on the year, I'm kind of okay. We're well on our way. I mean, I still got to believe Kamara is going to pull his head out of his ass.
There's no reason Kamara can't have 50 in the second half of the season. He can have 50 in 1 week.
We've seen him have 50. It was in that Christmas game. He had 6 or 7 touchdowns. Look, we're happy. We're happy with 45. Now, a little less happy is the shit suckers. Let's take a look at the shit suckers week. John, when you go through your points for the week, Daniel Jones coming through strong.
So let's say, first of all, not that unhappy overall. I mean, it's been a bad season for me so far, but 39 points is not good, but there were some positives. Daniel Jones being the primary one with 21 points.
Absolutely. I'd be happy with that. I looked at him too.
I think there's a really good coach at the New York Giants. And I think he's making Daniel Jones a really good football player. So I'm going to ride those coattails.
Super Bowl rematch with our good friend Brian. I would love that.
I just checked. Jones is only rostered in 53% of leagues on Big League Sports 2. And I got him, and he's doing well.
Yeah, and he's got a soft schedule coming up for the next couple of weeks. So nice pickup there. And as we said before last week, you dropped Matthew Stafford, your number 1 quarterback. Unbelievable. I do believe Russell Wilson was dropped in our league. Wasn't Russell? And I mean, that's just amazing. What a terrible start for those guys. You never know.
Yeah. I last minute change because I wasn't happy with Waddle's status, and he wasn't playing until Sunday night, so I wasn't going to know.
Right.
So on Sunday, I benched Waddle and put in Juju Smith-Schuster.
Dude, what the fuck? Oh, dude.
Who got me a 12.
Juju's hot.
But Butker only got me 6, so that was all the scoring for me. Now, other encouraging things. So I did not drop Gibson when I picked up Brian Robinson. I think Robinson is getting the rock a bunch, and he's going to be good. But I still got Gibson there. I missed 12 points with a receiving touchdown from him.
And he's getting about 3-4 receptions the last couple games, too.
Yep. And a week ago, while he was still on the pup, I picked up Gussie Edwards.
Oh, Gussie. That's the last time I won this league, when my name was the Fighting Gussies. R.I.P. Gussie. Make God laugh.
God rest your soul, Gussie.
Look
Gussie
at that,
was
and don't
Brian's
forget.
dog, by the way.
Yeah, but Gussie was my dog. Pickens, who you you offered to me last week. I turned it down because I'm just going to wait another week to see what AJ Brown does. Maybe his value will go up, but boy, Pickens looks good. Just a little 6-pointer chippy, but man, he's making some amazing catches. And benching Waddle worked out for you. As I said, he is who we thought he was. Waddle, you suck. Because his game is got a good game.
He's
Don't like his name.
Playing the Detroit Lions this week.
Hey, how are they this year? Are they any good?
Nah.
There's another thing, John. I looked at Goff. Goff was available. There's very, very little on the quarterback free agent list here. And I'm glad I did. And I did the right thing. 12 points was all that was out there for a backup that was available. So yeah, it's tough for you to leave 24 points on the bench from just 2 running backs when you have 3 quality ones that you started and you got blanked. But 39, you survived because some other people did not have very good weeks. Let's talk about them in a little bit. But again, Stanley Ullman, look at you. Never give up.
When's Stanley going to be a guest on this show?
Yeah, we're going to figure it out. We're going to figure it out. We're going to get him we're going to get him on here if I have to send a car for him. Joe Burrow, back-to-back 45 points. What is going on? Joe Burrow. And he's 1 rushing touchdown. That's a lot of points when only 1 rushing touchdown. 2 bombs, 21 to my beloved Jamar Chase. So very, very nice. 90 points in 2 weeks for Joe Burrow from the Deadheads. He picks up Latavius Murray, who I picked up 2 weeks ago. I don't have time. I don't have room on my roster. 6 points. Savor it. Mostert had 12. Nice little receiving touchdown. Boy, he looks like the primary back. I watched him running
the ball. He looks good.
Oh, he always looks great until he gets hurt because he will get hurt. It happens every time.
Yep.
And Edmonds, who I thought was going to have a decent year, looking like he's second fiddle right now. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who he gave away. Like, that trade is not looking that bad, although Diggs is the big loss. He traded away Jonathan Taylor and Diggs for Clyde Edwards-Helaire and like I said, a sack of beans. Penny, who is obviously hurt, and Bateman, who has been hurt the whole time. He didn't even start. Pachenko, is that his name? If that is your real name. He started, but Clyde got the 9-pointer. He's still scoring. Berrios, nothing. How dare you start Tony Braxton Berrios 2 weeks in a row. You picked him up because of a bye week issue. He had an 18-pointer, a 20-yard end around. Stop it. That's ridiculous. Metcalf, like him as a player, glad he did not come away with a serious injury there. And then Graham Gano with 11. Nice job, Stanley. Now, we would be remiss to not take a look at Steve, the Southpaw's Lumpy's week, because this is the week that propelled him into first place. John,
yes, it is.
The guy who is in first place in our league are traditionally, historically, quarterback heavy league because they're 6, 9, and 12 points. They're doubled if you rush. He's got the trifecta, the holy trinity of David Carr, Geno Smith, and Justin Fields, who everybody was targeting before the season started. Good Lord. And he started the wrong one because Carr only had 9.
Can't believe he's carrying 3. And he got Carr was worst.
Yeah, he started the worst of his 3. So that's good. And then Geno Smith, of course, with the 18. Justin Fields looked real good against the John Burrell. How wonderful is it to be in this part of our lives where we are watching the Buffalo Bills be the number 1 team in the NFL, the undisputed favorites to win the Super Bowl, and watching both Belichick and Brady crumble before our very eyes. It is very satisfying. Makes me very, very happy. Kenneth Walker apparently is just going to be a stud the rest of the year. That's 21 points. And in your yardage leagues, your dumb yardage head-to-head leagues, if you're going to keep doing it, whatever, it's your life. He's a monster in those, too. 21 points, tons of yards. Eckler. Stanley Ullman. Look, Stanley, I'm talking directly to you. You could have drafted Josh Allen with the number 1 pick. We all know that. You're the only non-Bills fan on our team, and look what happened. Do you take Eckler, too? No, not after his 200. How many did he have last year? 220 or something ridiculous. He says, no, I'm going to go with Taylor, and I'm going to sit with 6 points with my number one pick. Actually, he's gone because you traded him away. Good
Mhm.
news for Bills fans and fans of our fantasy league who do not want to see the Southpaws win. Breece Hall, ACL gone for the year.
Gone. Yeah, that's a
Bye-bye.
bad injury.
JETS, gone.
That will hurt Steven.
Yes,
it
it
will also
will.
hurt that Eckler's on a bye.
We
right?
hope it hurts the Jets because the Jets look pretty good, and it's, from where we're sitting, it's cute. It's real cute. We'll see in a couple weeks. Devontae Adams, nothing. Mark Andrews didn't even get looked at. I don't know if he had a target in that game. And then Justin Tucker does what Justin Tucker does. Splits the uprights for 13 points. For 73 points, nice job, Steve. And as we
Good
said,
job.
look at the
Now at
bottom.
first.
Oh, the bottom. Prodigal with 12. Stakes with 14. Throwing bombs, banging moms. Might want to change that name. It's immoral. 17. God, this is beautiful. Johnny, let's take a look. You know what I didn't do last week? I want to give people a little bit of update on just the general overall scoring so that they can see our league, which is touchdown only. How much different is it from the guys that are scoring all the points in your league, you might ask, because you're going to be doing this with us next year. Josh Allen on a bye, doesn't matter. He's still number one with 180 points as far as quarterbacks and overall points. It's very quarterback heavy. It's the way it is. Joe Burrow with those back-to-back 45-pointers, 178, 2 points behind, hasn't had his bye yet.
Exactly.
Correct. And Patrick Mahomes playing lights out for Kenny, the ass kickers with 146, Lamar Jackson 144. Jalen, my boy Jalen Hurts, with his bye week, drops all the way down to 126. But Josh Allen, let's keep it going, brother. Let's keep it going. You told me about that. He's rocking a sweet mustache right now.
Oh, yeah. It looks great. It looks like Tom Lezot did in 1986.
Yeah. And they both look like they're about 13. Still.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
And when you look over to the running backs, as I said, Austin Eckler, who had an unbelievable year last year, 200 some points in our league, is very, very rare. 87, John. He's almost up in Taysom Hill rarefied air.
He is.
And Nick Chubb, of course, you're dead to me, Chubb. You're named after a hard, half flaccid penis. You'll never be on my team again after you screwed me last year. 60 points. I think that's what he had all year last year. So congratulations for figuring out how to get in the end zone again, Chubb. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 57. Again, Breece Hall. So sorry, Lump. So sorry. He's gone. Aaron Jones had a game. 2 receiving touchdowns. And just like that, he went from having a very, very mediocre beginning to the season. He's all the way up to the 5th, tied for 4th, actually. Overall point getter for the running back position. Leonard, not bad. 48 points. Well. Let's take it. Kenneth Walker already is up to 42 points. And Herbert, Kenway has Montgomery and Herbert. Starts the wrong one every week. He started Montgomery, got him a chippy 6. Oh, Herbert with an 18-pointer. And I could hear you. Exhaling heavily when that happened. Now, again, traditionally, running backs get a lot more points than wide receivers in this league, and it's shaping up that way again. Again, on the Bills, the bye week, they do nothing to slow us down. Nothing to slow us down. Stephon Diggs is still the number 1 point receiver, 57. Jamar Chase. Oh, look what happened. Boom! Back-to-back 21-point weeks. He's up to 54. And let's not forget that side bet, that arrogant, that uncalled for side bet at the draft where my brother said, Amon St. Simon Brown's going to have more points than Jamar Chase. Well, he hurt his head, but it wasn't a concussion. New rule. Thank you, Tua. You're out. You wobble a little bit, you're out of the game. So he's got 24.
While we're on the receiver topic.
Yes.
And we're talking about Tom Dunkleman, your older brother, number 7, I believe.
Let's talk about him.
So he picked up McKenzie.
Yes, he did. Isaiah McKenzie.
Can he get Khalil Shakir tomorrow?
He right now has the start. He has all 3 starting wide receivers for the Bills.
But if he got Shakir, he could have all 4.
And then you know what?
He is the biggest Bills homer from a fantasy standpoint. We're all huge Bills fans.
Yes.
But from a fantasy, he is the homer of all homers.
Yeah, it's unmatched. his love for the Bills and how many of them he wants on his team, he might pick Kumaro's available. Is Kumaro active this week? There's a good, hey, if you do daily fantasy, here's a look, revenge games are big. Kumaro going up against his old team. Do not be surprised if they actually target him in the red zone this week. I'm calling it right now. I'm calling a Kumaro touchdown. Watch, he probably won't even play. Our team is that good. Jay Kumaro would be starting for Green Bay right now, but they get rid of everybody that Rodgers likes. And I love it. Rodgers is doubling down. He's like, I like our position. Nobody's giving us a chance. I think Josh maybe grew that mustache just to kind of mock him a little bit. That's what I think. Oh, the elder statesman. It's not looking good. Relax. Drink a little ayahuasca, dude. It's all going to be fine. He's fully immunized. Whatever that means. Welcome to Buffalo Sunday night. Bills After Dark. It's my new favorite thing. And let's just take a quick sneak a little peek-a-loo.
Can I just sneak a peek-a-loo?
Oh, 102. I love me some Taysom Hill with a rock 102. Travis Kelce, 47. Just does not stop.
Mind is Little Fontanelle.
Mind is Little Fontanelle.
By the way,
Watch
Josh
it.
Allen
We want to
fell
spread that
asleep
joy.
during Princess Bride, which that's an issue.
That's inconceivable.
Inconceivable.
He fell asleep during Princess Bride.
Yeah.
Where are you getting all these inside takes on Josh
from-
Allen, by the way?
From our boy at Good Morning Football over on the NFL channel.
Oh,
Has
yes.
a man crush on Josh.
Big
Don't we-
old man crush.
Don't we all?
Look, we had him first, okay? I fell in love. I like it. I'd like the record to state I was on board and I fell in love first before anybody else. He hurdled that guy. The first hurdle. I was in from the first hurdle. The Minnesota
How many hurdles
game.
ago was that?
That was 5 hurdles ago.
5.
See people posting like all the hurdles
Oh yeah,
combined.
over
Like
the
70 feet in the air.
over the pyramids. I saw.
Oh, baby. So how we feeling going into week 8, John? Let's check out who's got the buys this week. How you
There are
feeling
only
about
two.
your team?
There
They're-
are only 2, but they are big ones. KC and the Chargers.
Ooh. Maybe Justin Herbert needs another week for those ribs. Boy, thank you, some young guy, for picking him, because I would have picked him in the first round, and I would have been very, very upset because he has not looked great at all. Love Eckler. God, I love Eckler. 3 years ago, I took him with the first pick, and he got hurt right away. And I hold a grudge. I just don't. If somebody shits the bed for me 1 year, I don't pick him the next. And I made a big mistake. He's had back-to-back 2 very solid years. Really love that guy. Let's take a look at my team.
So you asked me about mine first. So
I did.
Back up. I am feeling good about mine. So projections, Daniel Jones is projected to have another good week playing against Seattle. They're struggling. He's projected to have a good week. And then my backs, I'm probably going to plug Gus Edwards into the starting lineup with Fournette and Henry. They're all projected to do 4 points plus, which, doesn't mean anything.
No. Not in our
but,
league. Formidable backfield, Johnny. Potential
and then,
for 20 from each of them.
Yeah, and then Waddle back in against Detroit. I'm excited about that. Now, Butker's on a bye, so do I keep 2 kickers again, or do I get rid of Butker? I'm going to be making some moves tonight. I've got some recommendations on the waiver wire, but
John, the good news
got-
is if you do drop him for the week, I will try to pick him up, but you're so far behind me. By the way, have we said that by whoever is in last place gets the first pick? There's no fab. This is look. This is socialism,
Yeah,
John.
waiver
When I
wire.
pointed out to you that the NFL is socialism, it blew your little mind, didn't it? It blew your mind.
Oh yeah.
The NFL is a socialist organization, and so is Big League Chew. We help the little guy, Jeff Golly, for the foreseeable future. You got number one. You get the pick of the litter. You'd think you'd be pulling out of that basement with the number 1 picks. Who do you think is going to be the number 1 waiver claim this week? Maybe Carter?
It depends on how bold you are. If you want to go with somebody with a bye, McCall Hardman is looking kind of special.
3
But-
touchdowns, a lot of points, 2 rushing. Where they've been
Mhm.
hiding at? Where you been hiding those plays, Andy?
And with the Cam Akers benching, Williams at the Rams, he's on IR right now. So if you got an empty IR spot, you could bank him. Other than that, there's not a ton. Carter with the Jets, with Brees being injured, but obviously they made a trade.
Robinson, James Robinson could have a big boost to his value, I would say. I mean, again, it's just weird because it's the Jets, but they're playing pretty well. So, who does have him on our team?
Oh, yeah, he is picked up. He's not available, but he is
somebody
in
there.
a lot of.
That's going to be a big boost for Etienne.
Oh yeah,
Tom Lizotte of the Tom Lizottes.
Yeah, he's
been very patient with him. I had him on my radar. I thought that I would target him as maybe a flex position, but Tommy scooped him up. He could have a very, very solid second half of the season. Look, fantasy season doesn't start till Thanksgiving. That's just the way it is. Not in this league. Can't wait to watch the Bills.
Bills at Detroit, Thanksgiving. It could be like 112 to nothing.
What's the spread going to be? 16 and a half, I'm predicting. Oh, boy. I cannot wait. Love me. How many is that? Is that 3 times? 3 times in a row that we've. Oh, turd. John, I'm just not comfortable eating anything with the word turd in it. It's the same reason I'd never eat shiitake mushrooms or kumquats. These are the jokes from the act, the old act. Never fully retire material because I just don't work that much. Let's take a look at what I got. Jalen Hurts coming back for the Battle of Pennsylvania. That's going to be a fun nationally televised game at home. Looking forward to that one. Then we got, of course, Kamara against the Raiders. Boy, it's just going to be a real sell. I'm going to jump so high when he gets into the end zone. And by the way, hey, why don't you scheme to get him in the end zone at this time? Doesn't it? It's just morale, something. He's your best player. What are you doing? They're still unsure about who's going to start at quarterback.
Yes, they are.
Wouldn't it be too bad if Taysom Hill got in there? Boy, that would be terrible for me. Chuba Hubbard, if his ankle is okay, I think I'm going to slide him into my starting lineup because one more week and then I get Patterson back. And Patterson was my most consistent scorer. Very excited to get him back. Hopkins looked great on Thursday night, just did not get into the end zone. Jamar Chase is on a roll. That's on Monday night. I will be trick-or-treating, probably with my phone, with the game on. I still haven't figured out my costume yet, John. We'll post a picture. I'm either going as Stevie Ray Vaughan or a gay cowboy, whichever one you interpret it to be. You got big plans for Halloween, John? You going trick-or-treating with the little one?
We are doing a little trick-or-treating, not anything extraordinary. She's only 3.5, but we will be out there.
Wonderful. And just be careful because apparently if you listen to or watch one of the main news channels, they're giving away fentanyl to your children because that's how drug dealers, that's how they do. They want to give their drugs away to 4-year-olds because they don't care about making profit traditionally.
Oh,
you want to start
them early. That's it.
You get the hooks
get them hooked early. Yeah.
Ooh, I love sugar and fentanyl. Have a safe Halloween, everybody. Don't do anything stupid.
Yes, absolutely.
John,
don't do anything stupid like beat Ted Cruz and go to a Yankees game.
Oh, did you see the video? People just berating him. What a douchebag. I mean, I don't care what your political affiliation is. You got to agree. That guy's a douchebag. Whether you're right, left, center, or forward, top, or bottom. Fuck that guy. Fuck baseball. Who cares unless it's my son's little league. He informed me, John, that he was thinking about taking a year off.
Oh, yeah. You should rest.
You took a year off. It was called the pandemic.
Rest his arm.
Yeah. I'm gonna rest. I want to blow out my 9-year-old arm. You're playing. Or you're going back to golf school. You're going to live daddy's dreams, what you're going to do. Get that green jacket, then you can play baseball, for all I care. John, I'm going to pick up another defense. I don't care. I'm picking up a new one every week until one scores. Have you had a defensive score yet?
I have not, and I'm getting ready to jump off the Tampa Bay train because I don't know. Somebody really bad scored a lot of points against them last week.
Oh my God, everybody should jump off that train. They just look terrible. See you, Tom. I cannot wait till you're in the booth so I can mute you every time. Is he going to CBS or Fox?
I don't remember. He should go to Fox.
He should go to, you know where he should go. We're Bills fans. We hate Brady. We're not going to apologize for it. John, final thoughts as we move into week 8. The podcast is crushing it. The YouTube channel, check it out. I put pictures and stuff. I put a lot of work into this. That's not that much work. It's just I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm figuring out. It's getting a little bit easier. I've got the free time in between auditions.
All I do is show up on Tuesday
you
night.
do literally nothing, John, and you do it really well though.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
You do it phenomenally. You're my partner.
So my
forever.
final thoughts are that we are at the halfway point. I mean, it's awkward because we got a 17. You know, we're not quite at the halfway point like we used to be with a 16-week league.
Yeah.
But we are basically at the halfway point for us because we don't have playoffs. You get to go through the whole season.
That's right.
And I think that it has been such a surprising first half of the season that I really expect a lot, other than the Bills, I expect a lot of upheaval and turning over in the second half, including the fact that I'm going to win the league.
No,
in 8th place. I'm going to turn things around. Let's
8th
go.
place? Did you just say 8th place?
Maybe I'm in 9th.
Yeah, maybe you're in 9th. Remember, you projected that you'd be in 1st in 9 weeks. How you feeling about it? I think you just delayed that by a week, but that's okay. Slow and steady wins this race, John. We all know it. The real fantasy race does not start until you're unbuckling your pants on Thanksgiving Day. That's when it starts. And if you are within 100 points, that's what I've always said in this league. If you're within 100 points, you got a shot. If you got if you're under within 100 by Thanksgiving Day, you've got a shot.
I got to get there.
Again, you know what? They just randomly have 2 different conferences in the one regular league that I'm in. The guy who's in the top, he's the 2nd seed because the top of that bracket. I have 150 more points than him. It's dumb. The way you do fantasy sucks. The way we do it is amazing. Keep listening to us. Watch the YouTube channel. I have a new microphone.
Read this book if you can
Read
find
the
it.
book, Franchise Football League. It's only available in Australia.
I sent you some screenshots. You need to share those with
I
our
will
fans.
share those screenshots. More work for me, John.
Yes.
More work for me. And
I'm here
look,
for you.
if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. Isn't that what they say? This is
is
all I want to do officially. Don't tell my manager. This is all I want to do forever. Keep coming back, you guys. We got half a season left. And next year, you're definitely going to want to play this style. I'm Brian Dunkleman. He's John Burrell. Thanks for coming back to see us again on OG Fantasy Football. Go Bills.
Go Bills.